Good morning from Paradise, family. I'm Crypto Amaru. We got Crypto Hitman, and we have a very good friend of ours from this industry. Long time, awesome guy, amazing community. Got his new CTO he's working on. So much to cover. We got Bitshaman in the house. Super excited to have you here, man. What is going on?
Good to see you again, guys. Yeah, been busy with this CTO and the market's obviously not been our friend recently. The market's been absolutely insane. Some people have said that the market hasn't been too bad, but I think it's been pretty rough myself. It's been quiet, but we're coping. We're plowing on. That's all you can do, isn't it? Is be consistent. Turn up every single day. What else can you do?
Right, and we wanted to have you back on here because in the last interview we did with you was just kind of background on yourself and the gem hunters and what's your insight on the markets. But the second half of that video, we did talk about Dubcat. At that time, exactly 1 month ago, Dubcat was a $300,000 market cap. Right now, it's a $4.3 million market cap. Cat season is upon us. Solana's trying to make a comeback. So I guess do you want to just start by giving us a brief overview of Dubcat, and then Ian and myself will kind of dig in a little harder into that.
What a journey it's been. I mean, I can't keep a straight face right now. We actually hit 5.5 mil market cap at one point. We're in our second consolidation phase now, and what a journey it's been. I was just saying then how the market's been pretty rough recently, but it hasn't affected Dubcat. We were the only project to keep not only hold, but keep on moving up. Everything got destroyed by the market. I think this has been a massive bear trap, and Dubcat, it's a community takeover, so it's all about supply control, people diamond handing, everyone coming together. And I want to really talk about the key success to how we were able to not only sustain the price, but push it during that market crash, because that is proof that what we've done is working. Because as I said, it's all about controlling the supply and having a community. And have you seen the community? It's absolutely crazy. The Dubcat community has been insane. We had a rebrand that took place today, new website, couple of partnerships. We've got a lot of listings and stuff coming up. So really exciting stuff. But I was talking to Ian earlier about community takeovers in general and how a lot of these big CTOs control their supply. And normally you've got 4 or 5 massive whales holding 80% of the supply. And that isn't really a community takeover. That's basically 4 or 5 guys getting filthy rich and building a monopoly, isn't it? It's not, for me, that isn't fair. That isn't decentralized or democratic, is it?
Not at all. Not at all. And I think it's a very important conversation to have, because it's that tension between people want that quick money. And look, those highly centralized cabal-like projects, whether it's a CTO, whether that's the dev owning everything, they can do very well. And all of a sudden, they're a 200 million market cap, and some people have done really well. But it's the few that do very, very well on the expense of the many. Yeah. And I would much rather have something that is far more decentralized, truly community-based. Everyone who's patient, who works, puts in that effort, they can all win over time. It may not be a quick 100x or whatever, but it's a slow grind up, but everyone's winning together. I'd much rather be a part of something like that than this cabal bullshit that we see going on in the meme world.
Definitely, 100%. And I've been talking about how there's this sweet spot between having 4 or 5 or a handful of massive whales owning the supply. And don't get me wrong, that is absolutely the most efficient way of pushing a price. There is no better way. Having a few guys pushing, and because you haven't got all these little cheats, and the issue is on the other end, the other extreme is having a massive community full of all these little broke cheats. And once they make a little bit of money, they sell. So someone did this article, I forget who it was a couple of weeks ago, and they were saying that for a CTO to be successful, you need a solid core and the community has to have money. They can't be broke, because if they're broke, as soon as they make a little bit of money, they sell. And then you got enough people doing this. It's domino effect. So luckily with Dubcat, we've actually got a solid core and we're kind of in the middle. So there's not just a few people holding the supply, and there's not a massive amount of people, but there's a solid core. There's about 80 people in our core holding over 60% of the supply. over 80, 85, possibly 90, but it's a solid number. And we have had the odd person leaving, and it has had an effect on the market, but not enough that we can't handle it. Whereas if you've only got a few people or a handful of people owning a massive amount of the supply, and I've seen it in multiple projects, I've seen it recently in different projects, won't name them, but you have a fallout, a couple of guys leave, it destroys the chart, it destroys the market structure. And for me, as you were saying, it's all about everybody coming together and sharing this journey and building something real. That's how SHIB, Pepe, Doge, all these massive meme tokens became so successful. So your Neros and Cabals, yeah, they can do well short term, but they always come back down just as hard, because once this monopoly has had its feed, they just dump on everybody and everyone gets wrecked. I was saying on Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it these days, that I feel like meme coins have destroyed crypto because they've drained the liquidity out of utility projects, haven't they? Everyone's moved to meme tokens, and then everyone's got rugged by meme tokens, and then a few scammy devs have took the money and everyone's just been destroyed. It's a shame because my portfolio's been absolutely wrecked. All the utility projects, the next Ethereums and Bitcoins and all these projects building great technology have been destroyed. Meanwhile, dogs and cats have gone up.
Right. Yeah. Not only does it pull money out of the utility tokens, but it really pulls money out of the ecosystem. I've been saying this with leverage forever. People go leverage, their portfolio goes to zero because they're over leveraged. That money is pulled out because that money is getting in the hands of exchanges. They have overhead costs, they have employees, whatever. With the meme coins and the rugs, what happens is when the dev rugs it, now you have money from 1,000 people going to 2 devs, and they're going out and cashing that in, paying their taxes or buying a yacht or doing whatever they're doing. It's out of the ecosystem. And I think that's why we've had this kind of sideways lull, especially in altcoins, just due to these rugs. I mean, when you take money from thousands of people and put it in the hands of 2, well, that's thousands of people who don't have capital to put into other meme coins, other utility tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever it is.
Yeah, this exactly. And there's a lot of celebrities and influencers coming into crypto now, making NFT collections and meme tokens. HS TikTok, he's pretty famous on TikTok, as you can guess by the name. He made 2 meme tokens in the last month, and he rubbed them in 6 hours. And we worked out each time he made $500,000. And he's taking that money, as you just said, out of the ecosystem and spending it on penthouses, yachts, cars, his life. So
exactly,
you're bang on in what you're saying. It's getting taken out of crypto, and the masses are giving all their money to a few. But the worst part is, as you said, it's getting taken out of crypto.
Yeah, and talking a little bit about that, I know one of the things Dubcat is doing to try to have a true community takeover is you do have a VIP group. So holders of 250,000 Dubcat or more can get into a VIP Telegram Alpha group. I know that has grown from like 55 members up to 70 or 71 members as of this morning. So those of you seeing this or you're close, you're on that fringe, that's a good milestone marker to where you get some bonus alpha. And once Dubcat becomes like a CTO incubator, you guys will be the first to know to get into the next Dubcat, if that's what you want to call it, the next low cap gem opportunity from this team here.
100%. Yeah. So the idea of the VIP group is that we lock more tokens. It's a token gated community, which means that you have to hold a certain amount of tokens and a bot registers that. And as soon as you go below the threshold, the bot kicks you out. So this is a way of us locking down supply off the market, so we're able to carry on driving demand. And as you mentioned about Dubcat's the first crypto CTO incubator, and I know it might sound quite, well, what is that? Well, I'll give you a quick rundown. Basically, we're planning on injecting liquidity, providing funds, marketing, advisory service, community support to upcoming CTOs. Obviously, there's a vetting process. It won't be easy. There will be challenges. The whole process has been a challenge. I mentioned before how Dubcat's sort of got a bigger community holding more of the supply, and we've spent the last month just shaking out weaker hands. Thankfully, most of them sold quite cheap, and the majority of the community now is people that want to be there. And I think the key that I'm trying to put, the key point I'm trying to push across right now is, as Ian said, when there's fewer people holding more of the supply, it is easy to push the price, But when it comes to later periods, that's when you hit the trouble. The key with what we're doing is that where the trouble comes at the start, where you're trying to shake out all the weak hands, later on, it does get easier. And that's when you start seeing the benefits of what we're doing. So, this is really, for me, this is really the time for people to take note, because it'll be later on when we truly reap the benefits of the ecosystem that we're building and the true decentralized nature and the democratic system that we've got in place. We are going through a phase now where there are consolidation phases. There are periods where people sell, but it's healthy because it allows people to take profits. It allows new investors to enter the market, and it gives the chart market structure. We have market structure. So basically, you've got areas of interest, support, resistance, buy zones, sell zones. This is great. Whereas the average meme token, pump dump, that's it, done, on to the next. So the fact that we have held up during this market and we are pushing, and I think that Bitcoin's going to flip soon. By the way, going back to the last episode that we had, I told you guys that I was 50-50 because I was expecting some sort. I'm throwing this at you now. I'm claiming this because I was expecting some sort of, or at least I was prepared, and I took full advantage of that sell-off. Just to be clear, that I put probably 35% of that 50% that I had on the side back in the market, and now I'm up massively. So I'm actually an Ethereum trader. I make massive Ethereum trades, and I was telling the community I'm happy to put some of the profits from those trades into the price of Dubcat as well to support the price long term. But obviously, I won't buy the top. If people want to sell cheap, then I'll buy cheap. And we've got a massive community there, a VIP community full of whales and bigger investors who are prepared to do the same. So yeah, exciting times. And the journey itself has been unbelievable. We've been invited to a massive conference in Manchester by the Manchester Blockchain Alliance to share our journey and talk about, I think with meme tokens, there's a culture, isn't there? It's the retardation culture. Funny stories. People love funny stories. Listen, doing a live stream last night on TikTok, and some guy came in and was giving it all, there's not enough volume. You need to do this, need to do that. I was like, who are you? And next minute, he said, I'll show you who I am, and bought 50 sol worth of Dubcat on the live stream. And then he said, watch this, and started running a volume bot. And I was like, what? And it was just like, that is just one little silly story. And the whole journey's been very goofy and silly and random and volatile. And I think that makes for a great story in itself. And memes are supposed to be crazy. They're supposed to be fun. And everyone's supposed to make money. And I think so far, Dubcat's done a great job at doing that. But we are going through our second consolidation phase where the market does cool off. But as I said, it's healthy. I'm not worried. And nobody else should be either.
I think it's what it's all about, man. It's all about the journey. And I think people are hungry for legit, organic, true CTOs that have a long-term vision, good leadership, tap into that fun element of memes, have the fun meme, have some good volatility, but still market structure. People want this. There are enough people in this space that are sick of the centralized, basically rug pulls that are happening across the meme world every single day. So I think, look, you got to keep pushing the message out there. People are going to want to be a part of this. It reminds me very similar. We just took over a project called Kaiken on ETH, which is the last Inu. It's a part of the SHIB family. Long story there, what happened, but basically, ran up to 18 million on the back of a bunch of influencers, exchange listings, hype, blah, 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 came crashing down as, oftentimes they do. And we had been involved since early on, like day 2 of it. And the dev ultimately asked, hey, do you want to take over as like the leader? I'm pretty much, I can't take, I can't be the leading this anymore. Do you want to do it? And I thought about it for a while. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just try this out. Almost as an experiment, right? Almost as, let's see if a true organic, there's 4,000 holders, mind you, on Kai. So it's already pretty well known. It's already a big one. So we don't have the kind of the super centralized 5 guys holding all the supply kind of thing. So it's a real experiment. Do people want to see this true community decentralized organic meme that's maybe it's not going to be a quick pump, it's going to be a slow grind? Who wants that? I think there's enough people in the space who want that and will gravitate towards that. And it's the same story with Dubcat. You will find
Definitely. And everyone's screaming and shouting for the culture. And this is all about community. And there are people out there who believe. And sometimes I do lose faith in humanity. There are times where, I tell you something, running a CTL, you rarely realize who's got your back and who hasn't. And it's surprising how many people are in this space just to make money for themselves. But there are times where, like the guy who came on last night and bought 50 Son and got involved and started giving us little bits of it. And he turns out that this guy's a somebody. And there's like, the reason why Dubcat works, and I'm sure the project that you're running, what was it called again? Sorry.
Kai,
is because you've got to have people that give and don't just take. It's a two-way street. And you can't just have people taking. I keep saying that the economy in the UK is wrecked because everyone takes from the system. You have doleys and benefit takers at the bottom, and then you have the super rich not paying taxes, and it all comes down to the working class and middle class. They've got to subsidize for the fact that everyone else is taking, and not giving anything back. And slowly but surely, the economy starts to deteriorate, and the gap between rich and poor gets bigger and bigger. And there's nothing you can do about it. It's a slow process, though. It's a slow, monotonous grind, and it just deteriorates. Inflation starts to grind. And, it's the same with crypto projects. I feel like projects will start. The team will just find a way to claw as much money as they can out of the project, out of the community, bleed it dry. Then you've got all the KOLs, the marketing, and whatever else. And I know it's part of it, but you can find genuine people who want to give back. I'm a KOL, and there are purposes for KOLs, and there's some great KOLs out there. I got no issue with KOLs, because there's some KOLs who will take on a project and they will deliver and they will give it love. They'll get in the trenches. They'll talk about it. They'll give it what it deserves. But there's a lot of KOLs who will take payment and do nothing. And like, you're just basically giving and getting nothing in return. So what I'm trying to say is the reason why Dubcat works is because we've got so many people, not just myself, but our entire team and most of our community, and they're all giving back. So we just funded a fresh water well in Africa. I know it sounds random, and it's like, what's that got to do with Dubcat? But it's just us proving that we care. And that cost a decent amount of money. And we got a full video rundown. Everyone's wearing Dubcat t-shirts, building this well in Africa. I think it's a great deed. And I remember when Shib donated that money to the Indian COVID charity, that everybody took note. And I think that it's the little things that people do that go a long way. And we're doing lots of that at Dubcat. And I think that it's all about community coming together, vibing, having fun, sharing experiences, and it's slow and steady grind. I think being consistent is what gets you the results. Consistency is where you get all the results. Turning up every single day, putting the work in. A lot of people don't like that because obviously it can get boring for them, but the people that do want that and are part of that are part of Dubcat, and that's why it works. So really proud to be part of it. And yeah, as I said, I came on and it was at, I think it was $280,000 market cap. Mm-hmm. And it hit 5.4 mil market cap. So that's like a times 20, times 20, times 22 or something. And we only just, this is the start of the journey.
Yeah, it's not slowing down. I just saw you have less than 1,000 holders, right? I mean, it's early days for some of this. And what I love to hear is the consistency. It's the day in, day out grind. It's going on the spaces. It's doing the voice chats. It's going to interviews like this. If you do this and you keep up this level, you in the core community, you guys keep up this level of activity for 3 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe not 2 years,
Exactly.
because the market will have crashed by the end of the next crypto winter. But you get my point. If you stay consistent with that, people are hungry for that. They're hungry for a legit community they can be a part of over the long haul and not feel like they're going to get rugged by some dev.
Yep. So before we kind of wrap up this video, you know, you mentioned it that you guys just went through a rebrand. I pulled up your Twitter here. We see you guys are going more with the, you know, silly meme culture here. You guys got a full cartoon and everything. I love it. It kind of reminds me of the Pepe eyes on here versus before you guys kind of had a real cat. So you just got this done. But what this signifies more than anything, yeah, it's a new fresh look. It's going to allow for some new merch and it kind of fits with the narrative of meme culture a little better. But to me, if I was the team, this kind of leads me to believe that there's going to be a new fresh marketing push out of this consolidation. We looked at the chart earlier. You're consolidating here between 3.3 million to 5.3 million. And now you just released this rebrand, the new website. You guys got the VIP numbers growing. I think that the Crypto Paradise community should keep a lookout for this next marketing push, sending you to new all-time highs on the back of this rebrand. So I just wanted to kind of pull up this this Twitter and take a look at some of the imagery that you have here. And guys, you guys can go over to dubcat.club to see the new website. I won't spoil it for you on here, but some exciting stuff here and definitely fits the meme culture and meme narrative a little better as well.
Exactly. As I was saying before, there is a culture in the memes. And you know what? As a utility value investor, I didn't appreciate or respect it. And I used to knock meme tokens. But after getting involved in Dubcat and going on all these different spaces, I'm starting to understand that it's the retardation culture. How goofy, how funny, how random, how hilarious. And as you said, we're going down the more, this is like a proper meme token now. Whereas before, it was kind of artwork. Whereas now the rebrand is bringing in a real retarded meme, a retardation meme. And this will allow us to tap into Solana marketplace. And we've not done any marketing. We haven't got any exposure. This is just our connections. This is our network. And now we're ready because we've got the full rebrand, as you said, to do some real marketing pushes and push into the Solana marketplace, push into the meme marketplace, get on all these spaces, get on the AMAs, get on the podcasts, and really start pushing this out as a proper meme token. And we want Dubcat to be a top meme token. And as Ian said, it won't be easy. It'll be a case of turning up every single day and pushing. There will be peaks, there'll be troughs, there'll be setbacks. And you know what? Nothing worth doing was ever easy. So I'm down, and we've got a great community. So yeah, we'll see how it goes, but hopefully jump on again in a few months and we'll be at a 20 mil market cap. Let's see.
I have no doubt it, man. You guys just keep at it. Awesome story here. People surely be paying attention. I got to grab myself a bag, not financial advice. I meant to do that ages ago, but forgot. So here I am feeling kind of stupid, but hey, it's all right. You live, you learn. It's great having you on, Bitshaman. Let's have you on again in a couple months and let's see where you've taken this thing by then.
Legends. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe button. All of the contract addresses will be in the description below. It is a Solana meme coin, so if you're interested, get some Sol, get that Phantom wallet, and get ready to do some trading over on Radium. And of course, we'll see you guys on the beach.